Hello everybody, this is Mateo. It's been a while, but hopefully that's the last time it'll be a while. This was recorded so long ago that I have absolutely no idea what we're doing this part at all. So we're all going to be experiencing this video together, and that'll be all kinds of fun, I guess. If any of you were wondering where I was, I kind of just left a little, whatchamacallit, activity feed message thing, which are really difficult to find. Basically, I was on vacation with the family. I had mentioned it before, how I'd be gone for about a week. Well, this is that week. We were in Colorado, and that was pretty fun. Got to see some family in the mountains and stuff. Although, I really didn't get to see much of anything, considering I was very sick for the entire second half of the trip. So much so that I was basically bedridden in the hotel the entire time, so I didn't get to go to the water park, I didn't get to go up to the mountains. It was kind of bad. We even left a day early because we were really worried about me, because, like, basically I wasn't really ever hungry, and I kind of set up a mental block against food, because I felt like if I would eat, I was going to throw up. It's not exactly the best story to be telling, I know, but it's a story nonetheless. So, yeah, we left a day early because, like, I wasn't eating and stuff like that. And it was getting pretty bad, and we were afraid that I might have to go to the hospital and get an IV or something. And we didn't want to do that at Colorado because my dad has work back here and stuff, you know? So, yeah, we left a day early, and pretty much as soon as we left, I felt better. So we're pretty sure that it was a kind of elevation sickness. Because where we were in Colorado, it was about a mile above sea level. Now, that might not sound like too much to some of you, especially those of you up in the mountains as well. But keep in mind that I have lived pretty much exactly at sea level my entire life. So we're pretty sure that I got some kind of an elevation sickness. And that was just all kinds of bad, and that would explain why I felt better as soon as we left. But it was a very, very long car trip, about 17 hours, although it did give me the chance to play all the way through Paper Mario Sticker Star, which, it was an alright game. The sticker idea was alright. The only thing about the stickers was, like, having that for the most basic of attacks. Like, if they just had the stickers for the special attacks, or whatever you want to call them, then yeah, okay, I'm down with that. But having jump and hammer be stickers as well, kind of annoying to have to manage all that. Although it really wasn't too bad, honestly. It was a pretty easy game. I mean, the bosses were kind of tough, just because they were very puzzle-based. Especially the World 2 one and World 5, or World 6, I mean. Bowser, basically. But otherwise, they weren't really too bad at all. It's a pretty easy game, and you can really just run through it without fighting any battles, pretty much. Because there is no level-up system, which I also wasn't too much of a fan of. Because, like, I was just skipping all the battles, because there was really no reason to fight them. But it was alright, not the best Paper Mario game, not the worst. I think I liked it more than Super Paper Mario. Oh, I don't know. Actually, no, I think it might be the worst Paper Mario game in my opinion, but it's not bad. It's still good, and it's fun. And for a handheld game, it's a pretty fun handheld game for a system that doesn't have too many good games to its name yet. But it's not the best. So that's my quickie review of Paper Mario Sticker Star, because you were totally expecting that in a video about Pokemon and Pokemon Crystal. We are fighting Janine, who replaced Koga, because Koga's kind of doing Elite Four type business. He's got an upgrade, and she has level 36 Pokemon. Honestly, like, what the heck is she doing? Some gym leader, I mean, I get she's the new girl, but you'd think that Koga would leave her a couple Pokemon that were more powerful than level 36. Here we go with a level 33. This is 6th gym back at Johto levels. Come on now, Janine. You can do better than this. I gotta admit, I do like the whole idea of this gym where they have all the trainers dressed up as Janine, and then you talk to her like, oh hey, it's the gym leader, and then they turn out it's just another lass or whatever. Or even better, it's the one male trainer in this gym, and he's like, yeah, I'm dressed up like a girl, what of it? And then you just kick his butt and try to find the real Janine. But anyways, more about talking about the game for a minute, just because. Another big thing at Colorado is that I went around some of the used game stores there just to see if they had anything that my used game stores don't really ever have, / had them for cheaper. And they did in fact have something that was much cheaper than the average used game store, and that is my NES. Pretty much everywhere I go, they say that the NES is worth like $50 or whatever, but at one of the used game stores down in Colorado that I went to, they were selling it for $35, which I kept on telling myself, like, I know I can find one for around $30. There's no way that I'm going to be spending $50 for an NES. There's gotta be one out there that's $30 and I will find it. And granted, I said 30, that's a 30. I ended up spending 35. Because at that point, I found one that was cheaper, and I mean, I didn't think that there was much of a chance of me finding one for cheaper than that. Interestingly enough, though, the sticker on it from the store says that it was marked at 50, so I don't know if it had just been sitting there forever and they just wanted to get rid of it now to make some money, or what? But hey, I got what was a $50 NES for $35, which is pretty nice, and I also got quite a few games for it while I was there, too. I got a Super Mario Bros. 3 in fantastic condition. It looks brand new, in fact, for only $15, which is pretty sweet, considering it's Super Mario Bros. 3. I got Ninja Gaiden for $10, even though it was marked at $15. I got Castlevania 2 for $10, even though it was marked at $15. The first one that he showed me had a horrible, horrible label. Like, somebody had drawn it on it in pen and stuff, I'm not kidding. And there were scratches all over it. And he was like, I'll give that to you for 10 because it looks kinda crappy. And then we found another one that looked perfect. And he was like, oh, well then, I guess I'll give that one to you for 10 as well, even though it was marked at 15. Overall, I saved $25. Overall, that stuff, and I do also have the NES games that I got before I even had an NES, like Teenage Ninja Turtles, Mike Tyson, Dr. Mario, Metroid, Dragon Warrior. They had a Dragon Warrior 2 there, which I was excited about, but it was $40, and I have no idea why it's even that expensive. Like, maybe it's super rare or something, but holy crap, is that a expensive NES game. Like, I don't think I'll spend more than $30 on a single NES game, honestly. Probably. But yeah, that's that. I finally have an NES. Feels pretty nice. I actually have a game on right now that I was playing a little while ago. I was playing Ninja Gaiden, and I've been trying to beat it. I'm on stage 6-1, and I just recently beat Mouth right before recording this. In fact, I wanted to finish the stage before I recorded this, because I knew if I stopped for 10 minutes to record this, or 15 or 20 minutes, however long this video is, I don't even know, I knew I would, like, get all that muscle memory out of my memory, and then I would start sucking at the stage again, and basically be starting at square one again. So I beat him, now I'm recording this video, I still have the game on, just sitting there on the side of a building, waiting to continue the game there. It's pretty fun. I was going through the first 2 or 3 stages and was like, this isn't as difficult as everybody made it sound. But then I met the birds. And oh boy, is it difficult. They like to put enemies right over pits, where you're gonna try to jump over the pit, but you'll hit the enemy, which causes knockback, which will send you flying into the pit. It is so annoying, and they do that so often. It's pretty bad. And that's my quickie review of Ninja Gaiden. I seem to have a lot of videos recently where I'm talking about really random and not related in the slightest stuff, while there's just happens to be a Pokemon video going over it. I could very well put on, trying to think of something really obscure. A video of 4 pencils dancing over this, and the effect would pretty much still be the same, but you know, whatever. Just vloggy type stuff. I thought about making another vlog video about that stuff, but I guess I decided against it. There's really no reason to, considering I've talked about all that stuff now. But, you know, whatever. Two more things about the NES, I guess. Actually, first, this guy right here, his name's Blue, you want to talk to him, and he will be like, oh, I used to be the champion for 5 seconds until Red beat me, and he sucks. And he's actually the 8th gym leader. That's right, Giovanni is nowhere to be found for those of you who played the originals. He's really gone. So he took place as 8th gym leader, and by talking to him, he will go back to the gym. And yeah, also, Cinnabar Island is completely destroyed. A volcano erupted and destroyed everything except for the Pokemon Center, luckily enough. And just think, there were like 15 people living here. Maybe, actually, the gym had like 10 people alone, so let's just say 25 or so people living here, which might not seem like a lot at all, but considering the average Pokemon town has about 20 people in it, quite a lot of people died in this thing. Either that or they all got out safely, but their homes were destroyed. You know, it's just, you don't really think about it, but it's there alright. Anyways, we want to head over to Seafoam Islands, because although Blaine's original gym was destroyed, he has set up shop in a new gym in Seafoam Islands. So we are going to be facing 2 gym leaders in this video, and I'm not going to talk about either of them. Well, I guess I did talk about Janine and her super low-level Pokemon for a minute, but still, I have bigger fish to fry. Ah, get it? Because I'm using a fish against the Fire-type gym leader, but I'm not gonna get fried. That was honestly completely accidental. It just really happened to work out, and I'm really glad it did. And he still says that we'd better have Burn Heal, which is a great line. It's classic, really. Anyways, with that, 2 more things about the NES. I think I might have figured out why they gave it to me for only 35. And I'm telling you guys about this because maybe somebody will have a solution, and if you do, please tell me about it in the comments below. I don't normally do a comment question of the day, but please tell me about how I might be able to fix this. Okay, actually 3 things. No, 2. The first is that controller port 1 does not work in the slightest. Luckily, controller port 2 can take the place of controller port 1, so I can just like plug the controller into controller port 2 and it'll play normally, which is just fine, which is good and all. But I'd still like controller port 1 to be able to work for 2-player games, especially if we're going to be using this NES for the VG Cave, which for those of you who don't know is that collab channel I do. Go check it out, the VG Cave, YouTube, yes. Shameless plug. The second thing is that I have the most difficult time getting games to work on it. Basically, I slide the game in, push the thing down, and I turn the thing on, and the NES will just constantly reset. And basically what I have to do for now is I open up the lid, and I just kind of move the cartridge around, like angle it different ways, and eventually during the resetting I'll see like the beginning title screen or whatever may show up originally, and at that point I just have to keep hitting reset until it stays and doesn't keep on resetting. If anybody knows a more permanent fix about it, then that'd be good. Please let me know. I heard something about going in there and cutting one of the pins that like checks to make sure it's not a pirated game or whatever. And sometimes it just like goes loose or whatever, especially since the NES is so old, it just goes loose and goes awry. And that's probably what's happening to mine. I'd rather not have to go in the thing, because I'm not really knowledgeable in that stuff and I don't want to break it. But if I will, I have to. If anybody else knows a different way to fix it, that'd be fantastic. So, after talking about all of that super random stuff, basically, we've gone through 2 gym leaders. I think we only have 1 left. We're getting really close to the end here. We're only at part 40. Last time it took 52 parts, and a lot of those parts were 20 minutes or over. So we've definitely gone through this game a heck of a lot faster than we did the first time, and the quality overall is better. Granted, I'm not talking about the game as much, but you know, whatever. Oh my god, ow. That one actually really hurt. Oh boy, that's quite the ending. Okay, so this here's a black screen, I guess. Apparently that cough still lingers a little bit. I've been sick forever, but I'm finally back. So we will finish this game, hopefully within the week, maybe a little over. And then we will start up with the next project, which, unless you saw that little announcement thing, I shall keep a secret for now. So I will see you all for the next one, where maybe we will actually talk about the game and what's going on. Why am I talking like this? I don't know. See you all then. Goodbye.